So here we are. As anyone's done a lot of fiberglass knows, the key to success with this stuff is preparation, preparation, preparation. What I have here is number 1708 biaxial. By biaxial, what it means is that there's a matting on one side and a mesh on the other. The mesh is let's see if I can get it to focus in here. The mesh, I'm not having very good luck with the focus. The mesh is a fine finish, and the matting is more strength and thickness. So what you want to do is put the fine mesh to the outside, because that's what's going to be your finish. And I've cut a piece here to go over the top of my little water bottle form. And the idea here, let's go ahead and set it on there and show you what I got going on here, is to glass over three sides and hopefully catch it while it's still soft enough to peel and a little flexible and not hard enough to hold its shape, but soft enough to peel and flex a little bit. So I don't want to go around the corners at all, because that's going to make it harder to bend when I go to peel it off. And the fact that I'm doing three sides can make it a little more difficult to pull off of there. But I want to get three sides glassed in. And I think what I'll do is cut it right down the center once I get it hardened. And then go from this corner on up and make a even length on both sides. And I'll turn those on their edge and make the V-hull of my two pontoons. And that's the plan so far. See how it comes out after I add the resin to it. But this is my form, and this is my first cut of fabric. You want to get all your fabric out of the way. This stuff can get messy. Once you start mixing, you want to have everything ready and do it up all at once, and don't have anything in the way that you are worried about getting some resin on. I don't mind getting a little resin on this canoe because I still have a lot of sanding to do on it. So it's no big deal. I can grind off any lumps that I drip. And that's that. Getting ready to do the first pour, first mix and pour. And haven't checked the temperature, but you want it to be at least about 75 degrees or so. Florida is not the ideal place because of high humidity, so sometimes you have to kind of fudge on the hardener a little bit. I got some extra. Don't go too much over on the hardener, because if you do, you'll know you did, because it'll instantly harden, or it might just burst into flames. If you see that the outer bucket of your plastic mixing bucket starts melting, you probably don't want to try to work with it. Just set it off to the side somewhere where it won't catch anything on fire and try again. Do a new mix. You put too much hardener in it. But generally in this kind of cool temperatures in the winter and high humidity like we have here in Florida, you're not really going to get your resin to set up with the recommended amount of hardener, MEKP. So I go over a little bit, but not too much. And I'm not going to say how much, because that's for you to experiment with yourself. And throughout the day, that amount might change depending on the changes in humidity. Really, glass is supposed to be done inside in a controlled environment with controlled humidity and controlled temperatures, and it's all constant. So once you get the right mix, you stay with it. You go with the amount that they tell you to mix on the instructions. That doesn't really work here outdoors in Florida, and that's what I'm working with, so that's what I'm doing. And on to the next segment. Shall see y'all when the mix is ready.